It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Great to have you with us in this primetime battle. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Under the lights, we'll be putting in the spotlight the running backs. These are two teams, Greg, with backs who can tote it and carry it and make guys miss. But they're going to give us a fun old-school game on the ground here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, Mike, because, I mean, how many of these games have you and I done where we start out saying, all right, the quarterbacks, the wide receiver, these two electric passing games, that's how these offenses are built. But now we have a little bit of a throwback, and for two teams that unapologetically say, we are going to run our offense through the running back position, we don't see that so often anymore. So for two guys like us that understand and appreciate the legacy and the history of this game, I think it's kind of fun.
The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic. And he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Shotgun now for Herbert. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
On first down, Herbert. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
First and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. Herbert keeping it on the zone read. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Herbert now on first down. That's to the tight end, Hurst. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. In motion now, it's Collins. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as a result of him being your quarterback.
He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
2nd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Ravens out front. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's got the first down and more than that. 14 yards on the pickup there.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still first down.
From the pistol, here's Walker. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
In motion now, it's Collins. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Dolphins offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Now he'll run. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll motion over Metcalf. Now, Jackson. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jackson. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Jackson up top again. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he's in! DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Miami.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Quick throw here is complete. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Herbert. He finds his tight end, Ingram. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. Throwing again, Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On play action, now Herbert. Ingram able to get open, makes the catch. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Third and long. Herbert to the air again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. The Dolphins offense going to take over here in the final minute of this 1st half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining. till halftime. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man downfield is Kittle. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A huge play just before the half. 42 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
So Kittle comes in motion. 2nd down, Jackson. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Tucker's kick is good. And the Dolphins go out to a 10-3 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Herbert. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's hard. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around. They've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll motion over Metcalf. On play action, here's Jackson. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Slot man in motion left. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
A run on 1st and goal. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Jordan Mims. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Point after now from Tucker. It's up and through. And the Dolphins move out in front by the score of 17-3. There is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. Shotgun now for Herbert. Going up top. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Dolphins offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, second and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Kittle. Inside the 30. George Kittle. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins move out to a 24-10 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
In motion now, it's Collins. Strong. He's got room at the 30. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In motion now, it's Collins. And he will score! Game on! Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Ravens back within 7. It's 24-17. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 5. Now a give up the middle. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. They'll motion over Metcalf. 3rd and short, Jackson. Open man, right side. He's got it. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Dolphins first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top.
Still 2nd down.
Jackson up top again. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
2nd and a yard. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Jackson on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. He runs with it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by the Dolphins. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This one from 43 yards away. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 3rd and 5. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.